Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkis, and today's FabriChat.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, well, welcome back. So let's see. This is our week after our first retreat.
Just finished up all the crumb cakes.
We did.
They all look so cool, you guys.
gosh.
I cannot wait to see the recap from Anna.
Yeah, Anna's going to do, she's going to put together a little video for you guys so that you guys can see kind of the progress. So I think she started with their piles of bits.
Good.
And all of them were feeling a little sketchy at first. It's like, oh, this isn't going to work.
Yeah, a few of them was like, oh, I don't know.
I'm not going to like
Even
this.
when I was saying, I'm not sure I really enjoyed it, because a lot of people liked the precise, I'm going to cut a 2.5 by 4, sew this on, I'm going to cut these two, sew these together, and like that really piecey pattern.
Yeah.
This is very piecey, but very scrappy.
Yeah.
Very,
we started calling it naked abandon.
just let it have it. Let
right.
it hang out there.
That's
it's fine.
It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Yeah. So it was really good. So, and then they kind of started coming together, and then there was still another moment of, oh no.
Are you sure?
And then, oh my gosh, I believe everybody
I think so.
except one.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody but one got theirs totally done. So anyway, Anna's going to do a little recap, and she's going to show you at the end. But oh my gosh, they all turned out so different and so beautiful. And there is a video. We have it's our one of our old patterns, and we have a video about how to do it, so you can kind of do your own thing. But I think it was really fun doing it as a retreat, because you could really see from across the room, everybody was so different.
Right.
You know, to be able to see what to do. And like Linda's,
Yeah.
you know, or no, it was Karen's. Well, Linda's too. Everybody's was so different, but Karen had the center panel.
Which I think was super cool. And she crumb caked around it in like a border setting. And I thought it was really, really cool.
Yeah. And Shelley's was so unique.
Yeah, it was.
With, you know, we called hers Beetlejuice.
Hot pink and black is
Oh
mine.
man, it was just
Yeah,
fantastic.
I think anything like in a classroom setting, in a retreat setting, all working on the same thing is so inspiring, because everyone's going to have an entirely different colorway that you may not have thought to, like, oh my gosh, but loving that.
And the other interesting thing, and maybe Anna can even put them up a little bit, won't be any spoilers for you to see the video, but Lynette was the only one that did 1-inch strips. Everybody else said, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing 1-inch strips. And you don't have to. You can do whatever size you want. And you can really tell the difference. Hers is very different.
Interesting.
Beautiful, but you could really see her little
sparkle pieces.
1-inch sparkly pieces in there. And she specifically did a wall hanging. She had a spot in her house where she wanted to do it, and went around a panel. But yeah,
good.
Anyway, super, super fun. And just such a nice group of women. We laughed and laughed so much. We had a really good time. There was a lot of people that this was their first time, and they came alone, and I think they were a little bit nervous, and all of them just made such
Great
good friends.
Good.
And so it was really, really nice. And then the other thing that we did at this particular retreat is this was when we went over to McKay and the nursing home.
I can't wait to see that part. I had to work. I couldn't go play.
It was so fun. I am not kidding. When I left, my jaw was so sore from just smiling the entire time. We were there for a little over an hour. And so we went in, and we did a quilt show first, and 3 of the gals that came, we brought their quilts. So we brought one of Shelley's, we brought one of Gail's, and one of Nancy's. And then we had others. We sort of did just a variety so that they could see old quilts versus newer options or whatever. And so we did that. And then we gifted the mug rags.
Yeah.
And that was so good, because we also gave them Ben's gift, his special mug rug that was all made out of money, so that they could buy a storage unit. But it was kind of fun. So we had them kind of all spread out kind of everywhere, and they were looking at them. And the really nice thing was that a couple of the gals, Viola especially, was saying, how many can I take? How many can I have? And it's like, let me give you a bag and you have to hurry and get these before Nikki starts to put them away. So they were going through them, picking out, oh, my daughter, I need to find a bird one for my daughter. And so it was really, really nice. And then even the staff, you know, the administrator, the director of nurses, they were coming in, picking out some bugs for their desks. Good. So it was fantastic. They absolutely loved them. 625 is what we delivered. And that was after we had pulled out the extra ones for the grieving mamas. So really, really nice. They loved those. And then we did a block. And a bunch of the residents made a couple of blocks, but we did the grid block. And they had a nice time. They really liked that. So now I just have to get that quilt together after I get the other blocks. But anyway, had a great, great time. That was super, super fun. We, and the gals that came with me, I think there was 8 of us that went, and they all thought the same thing. They had a really nice time.
I was thinking when you did their little activity with them that this summer I need to have Wyatt and Harper go and do an activity. Talk with Nikki and see what activity would be best for, you know, first grader, third grader kind of area. Yeah. Because I think it's good. I think my kids are very personable. I mean, they can talk to an adult. They can hold a conversation. They're very kind. But I think it's always just good for them to see different parts of the world, you know. And I know every old person loves a little person. I know
they do. Animals and babies.
So I think it'd just be good for them to go and do, you know, just, I don't even know what the word is, but just to, you know.
Community service.
Community service. Yeah. Just to go and give your time to someone who might need it.
Yeah. Maybe read to them, or Nikki will have some ideas of what they could do for them. Yeah. The other nice thing was the van was pulling up as we were loading up. And so Anna got a picture of that. Yeah, that came back. We got the painting on the side of it. So it was just so nice to see, you know, and to talk about what you guys have helped us with in our little community. And they're just so grateful. And I am so grateful. And it just makes such a difference. So we had such a good time with that. So we did that on Friday. And then Friday night, we went to see Matthew Sullivan. He was in Soap Lake for an author meet and greet and a little reading.
I saw some of the
Facebook posts.
Some of the posts. There's a ton of people packed in there.
There were so many people. So they had been planning this for a while, and they were planning it for 60. And I said...
That's not...
No way. You're going to have way more than 60 people.
It's Soap Lake, man. Whether you read the book or not, people are showing up.
Yeah, so he's, if you don't know, he's the author that wrote Midnight in Soap Lake, a little murder mystery. And so, and this was his final stop on his book tour.
Oh,
was in Soap Lake. And he lives in Anacortes.
Oh, okay.
And so, so we knew, and it was funny because when we got there, Lori came up and said, "Oh, we're just so glad. I mean, I think you're bringing a third of the people that are coming tonight." And I thought, you are so wrong. We are here early because we want to make sure that we get a seat. Because you did not plan this right. Sure enough, they counted.
There was a ton of people standing.
138 people, but that didn't count the people who came in and went, no. And went back out. And they said that, I think it was Allie who was standing over against the far wall who was watching and said that it was dozens of people that came in and thought, well, they couldn't even see because of standing room. There were so many people, but I think and it was really, really good. It was really good. So I have some special signed copies for those of you guys that are waiting. I have those for you. We had to wait until, because he did the book signing afterwards. Well, 138 people standing in line to get their book signing. I had a big, tall stack.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Well, I had friends. I had to take care of friends. Because we had left probably 5 people back at the retreat that were sewing and said, oh, I haven't read it yet, and I don't want to hear any spoilers, so I'm not going to go. And so I had theirs, I had others that Karina, I had others that people had ordered. And so I thought, well, it wouldn't be very nice for me to stand in line with my stack and, have him sign all of them. Because he was so gracious. He sat there and, as you came up, you sat down in front of him.
That was so nice.
And he visited. And the other interesting thing is some people can write and talk at the same, I can write and talk at the same time. He cannot.
Oh. Yeah.
He'd stop and he'd make really good eye contact and And then he'd go back to waiting, and then he'd stop. And all of his little, whatevers was, his dedication to you was very personal.
Oh,
it was
very cool.
really nice. Just a super, super nice guy. So, and oh my gosh, you guys get to meet him. So we've worked it out. He actually even came over to meet us. And he just sort of dashed over really fast and got a little tour and chatted with us before the event, which was really nice, really special. And he is going to join us because we do our own little book club. A lot of you guys know that. And we are all reading. Still reading or reading again or haven't started yet. Midnight in Soap Lake. And our next book club is the second Monday of the month. That's when it always is, 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. And he's going to join us for that.
Ah, awesome.
I know. So kind of fun to have an author.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll have to be on our best behavior.
I think that's really cool.
Be a little more official. So you know what? So we should do this. Maybe we'll talk about this more. Those of you guys that are part of the book club all the time, email me some questions, questions to ask him.
Idea.
I mean, I have kind of a couple that I want to know.
I'm going to work on getting that email out to you guys for book club.
Oh, do it.
Before the weekend hits so that this is the book we're reading. This is when we're meeting. Mr. Fancy Pants Matthew is coming with us and going to join us. And then for you guys to know to email us any dying questions that you have. Because we can answer them.
Yeah.
Like a little podcast.
I know.
I think it'd be good. And at least to have your questions. I think a lot of people have questions. Some of them are going to be the same, but it's fine. Send it anyways. Whether you think, everyone probably already asked it. Don't raise your hand, ask in class. It's fine. But yeah, I'll get that email out. So, if you're watching this late, you may have already got that email, but yeah, because I think it'd be really fun.
I think so too. And I do have some kind of fun questions for him. And one thing I think that everybody will want to know, and if you haven't read it, I won't do any spoilers, but I'll tell you that the book ends a bit of a cliffhanger. There are 3 different fairly distinct questions you will have at the end. Wait. Mm-hmm. What? How? And so there are some things, and he leaves it that way. So I thought, oh my gosh, he's already working on book 2. He is not. He likes the idea of you kind of
romanticizing your own story.
Yeah.
Whether it's villainous or romantic or just happy.
Yeah. Did they end up together? Mm-hmm. Did they, So
it's a fun way to end it.
Yeah. So what he is going to do, though, he would like to finish George's story, the little boy that's in the book. That's not throwing anything off. You meet him early. And so he wants to do a part 2 where George comes back to Soap Lake. And then maybe you would know how those things end. So he might answer.
Maybe some of our questions will spur some inspiration.
I know. Maybe there'll be a quilter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other thing that's happening, he has inspired us, is we are going to make a lava lamp quilt.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
We've already drawn it out.
Totally.
We were all talking about, it's like, wait, it's just a tumbler block.
Yeah, that's all it is. We can totally do it.
We're totally going to do it.
Totally.
So stay tuned for that. So anyway, so that was super, super fun. We had a great time with that.
This retreat, they had so many excursions.
We had a lot of excursions.
They had so much fun to be had.
And they still finished.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Now, the bag retreat is coming up next. We do have a couple of excursions.
But you guys are going to be busy.
You guys are going to be busy.
Rosalie, she is a taskmaster, man.
Guess I got to get those done. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. And we have more people.
Yes.
This one, we had a few last minute cancellations.
You said full crowd.
Yeah.
Full crowd.
Yeah. Bag retreat. Yeah.
Bring, remember, if you are a bag retreater, bring summer clothing. Because you can only take off so much. And then bring some cardigans. If you're someone who's more a cold-blooded person, bring some cardigans, some sweatshirts, some extra slippers. Because again,
Layer.
I mean, they'll take it all. There's some people that just take it all off and you just have to deal with it. But
naked abandon.
Yeah.
That might not hold true for the bag retreats. You guys are more taskmaster.
Yeah, so keep in mind, all those machines, all those irons, it's going to get hot in there.
It will.
So we will have the AC on, but if you are someone who is cold, bring some things to layer because
See,
Again,
and that's
it's
me.
easier to warm yourself up than cool yourself off.
Yeah. I tend to wear sweaters almost the entire time. I don't like air conditioning.
I'm always hot.
I know.
But yeah.
I just love retreat season.
It's so much fun.
Love it. We love having you guys come hang out with us. We love to be hostesses. We love to
It's a lot of fun.
have you here. And those of you guys that are coming alone, you know,
Don't worry
I
about
won't
it.
know anybody.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You'll find a fast friend.
Yeah.
Or you'll have
more than
friend.
one.
Yeah.
More than one. So anyway,
That'll be
so watch for Anna's recap.
Yeah.
Because she is going to do, I think she's doing the McKay one separately.
Oh,
because you guys are such an integral part of that, and 20 episodes of the placemats. And
I think that'd be good also because
graphics
McKay could share it on their Facebook
Yeah.
for all of the family to see too.
Yeah.
So that's good that
Yeah.
it's separate.
Oh, and I need to tell you, so the girls, it was nursing home week, right? So every day was a theme day, and it happened to be disco days.
Ooh, that's awesome.
So you should see. Nikki, she really is that tall anyway, but she had on this great big red afro, and she had on some sort of a disco shirt that was doing something. I said, it totally looks right to me, but she was feeling a little self-conscious. But
I
anyway.
have some really good
And
disco
Carrie
yoga
was
pants.
Carrie was wearing a disco ball.
Awesome.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Anyway. So yeah, so watch for those, and then the recaps. You'll have recaps
To see all of them.
every week, and
So cool.
Probably have in previous retreats. We've had the retreaters come and do the box openings with us, and sometimes that was stressful to take that 2 hours out of to 3 hours out of the teaching sewing time to do this. So we will only see that at some of the retreats. The rest of them, we'll do it the same way that we did last week, where we'll do it ahead of time so that they can still come and hang out, but there's less stress and time. It takes a long time to do box opening.
Yeah, it does. And then there's a show and tell on those recaps that if you really do want to sit and chit chat with, everybody, you can really show and tell something that you are working on or brought because maybe you showed it last year. So I think it's really fun. I really, really like the recap, especially when I'm working and I miss some of it. It really does feel like I get to have a little one-on-one time.
Yeah. All right. So that's that. And then, what was our other? Oh, and then we did the golf.
Oh yeah, you golfed.
That was fun.
We took Maisie. So, me and Maisie got out of work early to go.
And during nap time, because we were going to golf early. We were going to be there at 9:00, but it was pouring down rain. So they did a golf delay. So it was at 1:00. So prime
Beautiful
nap
weather,
time. Gorgeous and not even remotely dusty because it had poured down rain. And it wasn't muddy because we have very loam soil. So all, desert.
Sucked it right out.
It was just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But Maisie, it was fun because she did the flowers.
And it came in waves, just like any 2-year-old, it's all this. But it was good. As long as she had a golf ball and a tee, we could sit and wait our turn, and she would, woo! Every time, it didn't matter where the ball went. And then she loved the hunting for the ball.
She did.
That was a fun task.
She did. And as soon as you were teeing up and getting ready, she would yell, "Hit it! Hit it! Hit it!
Hit it! Hit it!" So she's not really good if you want to be quiet.
No.
But it was fun.
It was fun.
We had
it was
a good time.
to have her there.
I think we ditched out on the last, 2 more holes?
I think we had 2 more holes.
Yeah, we decided to walk back.
She was so
We ended
tired.
up finding a golf ball on our walk. And then the mayor, forget his name, Peter, he saw us walking. He gave her a flag.
Oh,
So she had a ball and a flag.
and a flag.
And then we were walking across the street. There was a dog who was barking at us, of course. But there was cars. So every time we got to the back of the car, she'd go, boo. And then the dog would stop barking like, what are you doing? And then bark again. And then we'd, of course, get to the back of the other car. Boo. And the dog was like, what is happening? And he kept looking. I don't know if maybe someone was watching the dog in the house, but he kept looking back like, are you watching this?
You see this little girl? She is tormenting me.
So yeah, so that was pretty fun. So yeah, she had fun. I think she enjoyed it. We should have bought her own little, wiffle ball in a plastic one, but that probably would have been even worse. But
I made the mistake at one point of giving her my cue stick. What's it called?
Golf
club.
stick.
Club. My club.
It's like, Mom, you can't give her that. Everybody washed her shins. And so I had to, of course, take it from her.
You had to take it from her.
Meltdown. Nana.
Sorry. She wanted it.
Next time I have bigger a little plastic one, a wiffle ball.
Next time we'd have to do it at 9 a.m. That was the problem. Is it was nap time.
It was.
And then it was
nap time.
And then that was it. So then she'd no nap and then dinner. Yeah. But
we took she took like a tiny little nap. And then we had dinner, and then our invitation was revoked.
Shoot, we can't miss you till you leave.
Love you, bye.
Let me get that seatbelt for you.
Yeah. She was asleep before we got out of Soap Lake. We hadn't even made
she would be
to that, Dollar General before she was out.
She was tired.
She had a busy day.
I know. Yeah. Poor little honey. It was good. Yeah, and then we didn't get to spend much time with only that one night with Wyatt and Harper.
Yeah,
because they went camping without you.
They went up to Coleman Creek, which is kind of up behind Ellensburg. They were going to go mushroom hunting with my youngest brother and his wife. They found 3 mushrooms.
Wow.
Yeah, one time. They went out Saturday though, and so it was raining all here on Saturday. Well, off and on, except when we were golfing. It was beautiful, and then it rained afterwards.
Yes.
And he said it was crazy rain because it would be kind of cloudy, whatever, a little drizzly, and all of a sudden just a deluge of water. And water running into the side-by-sides, and he's like, I don't even know. So they'd have to go and get a tree and get under their tree, and he said it was crazy. And then it would stop, and then 15 minutes later, just gushed water, and he said it was crazy. The kids had fun, though.
Sure.
They were cold and wet, but loved it.
Camping.
They had their little cameras that we took to Alaska with us. Yeah. So, tonight we're going to go through and look at all their pictures. And I was telling Linda that...
look for Bigfoot.
Yeah. I told Linda I need to make those little Shutterfly albums, just of all of their things. So they want to do the same thing with all of their Alaska pictures. Because at some point, when they're teenagers and we don't love them anymore, they're going to tell us, well, you never took us anywhere. It's like,
we did.
Well,
you've been to the Mediterranean.
Your perspective right here of Alaska. So all of these things. So I think I want to do that for them. And yeah, they had fun. They were back at 11:45, 12 o'clock on Sunday. They had a lot of fun. They missed me. They missed Maze. They brought me home a water bottle full of wildflowers and a bag of pine cones.
Oh, special present.
So I thought we might make some little pine cone bird feeders.
Oh, yeah.
And hang them.
Yeah.
Hang around so they can use
For
them.
squirrels, you mean?
Well, we have birds at our house.
I know. You don't have any squirrels.
Thank goodness. But so we thought we might do that. But yeah, they had fun, though. They had a good time. I think it's good quality time with Dad. I think they don't get as much, and I think it's good for Dad, too.
Yes. He's got to be on it.
Yeah. And the other 2 are pretty self-sufficient, so it makes it easy, too.
We've been too noisy.
Yeah, she knows
right here. Maisie!
Yeah.
Okay, just a minute.
Maisie missed them, too. She finally started asking for Sissy. So a lot of you guys know that she calls everybody Wyatt or everybody Ororo, which is a dog. So she actually started saying, where's Wyatt and Sissy?
Oh. Yeah. Well, she knows who they are.
Yeah, she totally does.
I think she does it because it gets everybody
riled up just a little bit.
What? I'm coming. Just a minute. In a minute. We better wrap this. All right. And last word on the golfing. If you're curious, yes, my team got the high score.
She's pretty good at it.
I mean, high score.
Yeah. She's pretty good at it.
Well,
I don't golf.
I hold it like a baseball bat.
Yeah. That's how
I can hit that ball. It doesn't go where I want it to go.
She's a good driver.
I'm a good driver.
That's what Els kept saying. Cindy, you're the driver. Let's go.
Driver.
Get the ball that direction.
Yeah. And it's a par, let's see.
Par 3.
Par 3.
Every
9 holes, which, right, is 27.
Mm-hmm.
Our final score was, and the winners, their final score was Armando, of course.
Oh, yes.
I think they got 26.
Ooh.
Our score was 36.
Ooh. That's really good.
Highest score. Yes. So anyway, it was fun. It's just wonderful. Nothing, wildflowers, beautiful day.
Robert and his guys
good.
need to play it. Just because it's just going to even your playing field. You're really good guys.
It's just fun.
Not be so good. You're not so good guys. You might look really good. Yeah. Because, you know, sagebrush gets in the way. And it's not a straight shot.
No, you're bouncing off of basalt and
and you've got some hills and some dips and some.
There's one that's literally an L.
Yeah,
it's like, well, can't we just go over? It's like, well, if you think you can make it, well, I'm going for it.
I'm gonna hit as hard as I can. Then the sagebrush gets it.
Yeah, anyway.
It's fun. It's totally worth doing.
Enough that every year I think I should probably figure out how I really am supposed to hold the club and how I really am, and then and then Nels, of course, asked, "Did you guys practice?" No.
Yeah, last year. No. This time.
Yeah. But he did look up our score, and we were 1 point better than last year.
Hey, improving.
We've improved.
Improvement.
Yes. So anyway, It was fun. Super, super fun. Really fun thing to do. And he said we could do it again. Like, if we wanted to do that as a fun excursion for a future retreat. So let us know, and we'll kind of be emailing that to you guys. It's just, if you kind of want to get out, a little walk, it doesn't take very long. This was a tournament. And so it did take 2 hours by the time we had trophies and all of that kind of thing. But I bet you could golf that thing in an hour. Don't you think? Mm-hmm. If you do best ball, it wouldn't take very long.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Good idea. And Nels will bring everything you need.
Yeah, you don't need anything.
Clubs, balls, tees, all of it.
Flags.
He'll bring everything. You don't have to bring anything with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're a pro, really don't bring your good club. It's not worth it.
No.
It's fine.
No. That's right. And speaking of nature, so a lot of comments about, us wanting to walk the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, yeah. I do not. Hard no.
Not really walk it. Just, I'm going to sneeze. It makes me sneeze thinking about it. So a lot of you guys had the exact same thought, and how fun it's going to be to follow.
Yeah.
The guy on the Pacific Northwest Trail. Pacific Crest Trail. And everybody thought the same thing. Nature is fun. Mm-hmm. Birds and flowers are fun, but sleeping on the ground.
Nah.
Mm-mm. No, we're all in it, right? Same idea.
I feel like you also need to find someone who does the nitty gritty. So and then the highlights are the good moments, I mean, we need to see really how much mud did you go through? How many bug bites did you get that day? Did your tent stay up? Was it windy? And then highlights of, the sun. Oh, look how cute this bird is. Oh, a flower.
This is that Eagle Rock everyone talks about. Oh, it's lovely. Now let's go.
Yeah. And here's a pile of bear paper. No. No. Hard pass.
No.
Hard pass.
Hard pass. I don't want that. I like the squirrels and the bugs, not the biting bugs, and not the biting animals. So, yeah.
She's more of like a zookeeper. Wants to walk through the zoo.
Yeah. As long as they're happy in the zoo. Even the zoo sometimes I feel. I don't know if that cage is big enough. So I'm not so much a zoo person.
She would let them free.
I would open the gates. I mean, not really, but maybe I'm more of a safari person.
Oh, yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, safari.
See them in their natural habitat. Behind a cage. And people.
I gotta say that I can see it. I can pick it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Anyways, so Christy Iverson, our best administrative assistant ever, she's all up on it for us. We love that. She's our little fact checker. We need to put her on our website.
We should. That'd be super great.
Christy sent us a photo.
We need a picture. A little bit of
we need a picture. She lives in St. Paul, Minnesota. That's all I really know. And she is on it every time we ask her a question. So this was kind of fun. So she found this. There is a book called Walking to Dinner on the Appalachian Trail. It was put out just this year, March 20th, 2025. It's by Brandon Shoemake and Jennifer Kepler. And it was all about what you're going to eat today. So she says, a white-throated sparrow whistles a single long note, followed by a flurry of higher-pitched notes. Melancholy tune that echoes among the conifers as a gentle breeze rustles by your tent. Anyway, so it talks about the bugs, the animals, the birds, and then what will I have to eat today? So I have ordered this book. So we'll see. I don't know. I think it really is just a book about walking the trail and what they did eat and what they did see and smell and hear. And
that's right up your alley.
To live vicariously through, you know, in the comfort of my soft plush bed and 3 pillows.
You're right.
Sounds lovely. How much bug spray and ointment can you carry?
Yes.
So anyway, so I'm going to read that. And there's, and that was, the other one too that we mentioned last week was Wild. And that's the one on the Pacific Crest Trail by a woman that was, wonderful book. Wonderful, wonderful book. And in a movie now with, or years ago.
A while ago.
So anyway, so that's kind of fun, ongoing. I'll read that and report back. And then the other thing also from Christy Iverson, and not just Christy, we got quite a few, emails and text messages and comments about this, about the tea question. Oh, right. So remember that,
the tea input.
My question was this Cormoran Strike, who's like this super major tough guy detective, you know, that, I just need to have a strong cup of tea. And in my mind, it's like, really, you know,
just judging just a little bit.
I was judging just a little bit. Well, I got schooled.
Ooh,
I did.
What did we miss?
We do not drink tea.
Oh, our tea's wrong.
Our tea is infused, which I think that's the definition of tea, right? Is like a herbal infusion or a leaf infusion. I mean, whatever, right? So your tea plant, it depends on, when you pick it. And I think there are a couple of different, there's, I think 3 different varieties. And if you pick it early, or it's like a grape, right? And how a grape becomes wine. And when is it sweeter? Well, later in the season, that's where the Rieslings come from. And is it a white grape or a red grape and all of that kind of stuff? And that's why we go and do testing and tasting, and they talk to us about it. Tea really, I think, is kind of that same idea. So, right, there's a plant, and depending upon when you pick it and the leaf, it does have caffeine in it. And so the tea that they drink, I printed off the wrong one. The tea that they drink, the brand is highly caffeinated. And so you really can have a strong cup of tea with a lot of caffeine in it, just like we have a strong cup of coffee. And so the tea that we drink are considered more herbal and floral infusions. And it is not made out of the plant. What's the name of the plant? Camellia sinensis. Possibly I said that incorrectly. I'm not sure. But most of our tea doesn't really even have that plant in it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In true American fashion, we just change it up and, you know.
Well, we threw all of their tea in the harbor. Isn't that how that story went?
Yeah,
back
in Boston.
Yeah. We don't even want it.
We want it. We need We want it now.
Yeah. But somebody had sent me, I think it's with my other stack of papers, but somebody did send, these are the American brands that are most like the UK brands. And there are some.
Figure out how to do is when we were on our cruise, do like some sort of a tea tasting.
Let's do it.
We need to do a tea tasting.
Okay, it's done. It's done. I'm going to bring some of my favorites, which are not real teas. And then we'll do and we'll start with our teas. And then each time we'll find something. We have friends.
Yeah.
And so we'll figure it out, and we'll do like local teas and local stuff. I feel like it clearly must be very, very different. Because remember, when we were in Indonesia, I had Indonesian coffee.
Yeah.
It was different.
I don't even know. Even Turkish coffee was so different.
So different.
I even had to take a sip of it because it went
super
in Turkey.
Different. And in Italy, the only coffee we ever found was instant Nescafe.
Yeah. And they still drink that. They cannot,
we still like it. We still like it. But no matter, expensive restaurant. Oh yeah, I'll have a cup of coffee after. And that's what they bring
and a packet.
Hot water and a packet of instant Nescafe. They didn't brew coffee.
Yeah.
And then I asked a couple times, like, well, do you ever make bread? No, this is what we have.
Or you can have cappuccino.
Or you can have cappuccino.
But not every restaurant would serve it.
No. No. And Turkish coffee, super, super good.
Yeah.
Super
it's
good.
Flavorful in a good way.
Very, very good. But it's funny that everybody is different. So it kind of makes sense that everybody's tea, I guess, is a little bit different. I feel like we can still call it tea. I was told multiple times, don't call it tea. Well, I'm gonna call it tea.
We're just having a cold leaf drink over here.
But the leaf or the flower? I like the flower.
I'll make it pretty.
And I'm gonna call it tea.
That'd be fun. We need to do tea tasting.
Yeah.
Try different ones.
We need to do a tea tasting. Yeah, we need to do that. We can do that at some retreats too.
Yeah. So do a book spot
because of my tea collection. I'm going to call it tea.
Or infused collection.
My herbal infusion.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hi.
All right. I think that's it. I feel like we have all kinds of things to talk about, but I can't remember. And I have a granddaughter that wants to chat for a bit. So yeah, so we're going to do that. And then what do we have tonight? What do we have this week? We had, and Monday, for you Washingtonians, Monday was the 45th anniversary of
Mount St. Helens.
Mount St. Helens.
Yeah.
Mount St. Helens. Last year we talked about that, I think, at the spring retreat, because that was the...
That's crazy. Everyone was in totally
Mount
different
St. Helens
places.
Story.
Yeah.
Margot says my Mount St. Helens story is the best she's ever heard.
Yeah. Yours is pretty good.
Mine's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't know it, I'm going to tell it to you in just 2 sentences. There was a bunch of us. It was the weekend, and we were on a boat on a lake, and we thought it was the rapture. And I was so upset because I was still here with all these sinners.
On this boat.
I should have heard the trumpet. Where was it? I was beside myself because there was a mistake.
And then finally the guys got the boat because, of course, all the ash made the boat not work.
Yeah.
So the boys got the boat back to shore, and she made some phone calls. And then found out, it was just a tsunami.
Yeah.
We're good.
We're good. Very good. Because I knew there was a problem. That was not right. I can see you guys are here. I was not the popular person on the boat.
And one of those guys was Paul. So funny.
I demand a recount. Yeah, anyway. I've told you before, I'm not the person to have in an emergency. I'm not going to share my almonds.
You have to have her in the group, though. She has medical background.
I do.
She'll stitch you up. If there's blood involved, she can wrap it together.
I keep me alive on the boat.
She'll keep you alive with her dresses and her tea.
I know a little bit of herbal medicine. I know which plant. That's true. It's a true story.
It's true.
It's the only thing that's going to keep me alive if there's an apocalypse.
She's not going to be the cook, okay? She's going to hide food. Pick someone else.
I know. Anyways. All right. We'll see you guys tonight
for box
opening.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.